Hello everyone. Times are a-changing. In America at the moment, you have a change of administration. You have a change of outlook. There are deportations happening. People who have entered the country illegally are being removed. There are questions around Prince Harry's visa that have been happening for a while with the Heritage Foundation. And there is renewed interest. There's a hearing coming up. So in today's reading, we are looking into how Harry is getting on with his upcoming appearance, court case, hearing, whatever you want to call it. That's coming up the 5th of February. And then, of course, we've got Ingrifftus in Canada. Sorry, Miley Flanders, you're going to have to suffer him. And apparently Megsy is coming as well. But for today's reading, we are just going to be looking into himself and his energy around the court case. Now, sorry I haven't been about. I have had a rotten, stinking, not cold, it has been a flu. So if I'm still a little bit snotty or if I still sound a little bit and a bit weird, I do apologise. It's winter over here in the UK. These things happen. So let's get into it. So if you're new here, please like, subscribe and all that stuff. And also, I work in layers. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do one layer for Harry. And if we need to do any other layers today, it'll probably be with the Oracle cards. And they're usually quite sassy. So you might want to stick around for that as well. So let us have a look. Now, I'm using the, what do you call it? I've forgotten the name of this tarot card deck. Oh, that's terrible, isn't it? I am using the Garbage Pail Kids Tarot, because it sums up Harry's bratty energy, and we're going to have a look and see just what is occurring with him. So it's been all over the news. I think his name was Niall Gardner, and he's of the Heritage Foundation. He's been posting about it a lot on social media, saying that, you know, there's this thing coming up and Harry's potentially going to get, like, he could potentially get deported. That could be quite an interesting incident. We'll keep talking about it while I pull the cards, and we're going to have a chat, and I'll give you a few opinions about it as well. Not just what the cards say, but, like, I'm going to tell you, like, I don't know. See where the cards say first. See what the cards say. Where are we at? Where's Harry at with that? He has got the Four of Cups in... Four of Cups, Nine of Cups in reverse. Oh dear, oh dear. Now, you see with this card, it has got some kind of like fly cultivating its cups, and it's a very positive card in traditional tarot. When you turn it around, it's you're not wanted, you've not been invited, you're not all that. You've been trying to show things and yourself in a way that really doesn't have the backup, that really doesn't have the substance. So this is, with the Nine of Cups, it's very kind of like you're sitting there in front of all these cups and this person's looking very smug, like they've got everything in the world. When you turn it upside down, it's a mess. Not invited, NFI, not wanted. He's feeling quite sorry for himself, very sorry for himself about all of this. He's also feeling uninvited and not asked, unincluded. Nobody's asked Harry how he feels about this. So he's feeling out of sorts. Now, if you've been with me for a while, you'll know that we found ages ago that there was a very wealthy, very influential family in the United States that were looking after Harry and Meghan. I do believe that would be the Biden family, especially after we found out that Harry and Meghan had donated to the Ashley Biden Foundation. So I feel like there is a lot of protection, and a lot of my older readings on Harry's visa and Harry's residency in the US have always indicated that he has got a massive layer of protection. That protection's being removed. Now, Donald Trump, he is a monarchist. And the other day, he had a phone call with Two-Tier Kia. Now, after these phone calls, they always do a press release. And in that press release, Two-Tier, which is the British Prime Minister, he said that Donald discussed his love of the British monarchy. And to be fair, President Trump is a massive fan of the British monarchy. So it is very interesting that Donald has a massive reverence for the real royals. He really seems to get on with William at the Notre Dame reopening ceremony. Not so much with Harry. So Harry's feeling really out of it. To be fair, the only way it could be worse would be potentially if there was a tower moment there. But yeah, he's feeling sorry for himself. He's feeling on the outs. Crossing over is the 9. Everything's nearly done. We're kind of coming to an end of a cycle with the Harkles here. Keep that in mind. We are kind of coming to an end of a cycle with the Harkles here. The 9 of Pentacles in reverse. My regulars will know my spiel about this card. When it is in the upright, when we're talking about the royal family, you have an elegant woman who has a bird on her arm. The bird signifies knowledge and quickness. She's very elegant and she's standing in a garden, which shows, and there's a lot of yellows and different colours, so it shows a warmth and a composure, a very elegant woman, a very beautiful woman, a very stand on her own woman. So you could say that is very Catherine. When it is in reverse, well, this is everything. It's Megsy, isn't it? She wants to be that person in that garden. She wants to be revered. She wants to be lorded over. She wants everybody to like her. But the problem is nobody does, because people kind of like have seen her for what she is. This is a big problem. Harry is blaming, part of this is blaming his wife's public perception. They're starting to blame each other. He'll be blaming the media. He'll be blaming the perception of his wife. And this could actually also indicate that he is blaming his wife a bit for some problems with his visa. That is very interesting. We have got 2 major arcana here. Let me bring this into shot for you a bit more. What's known about the situation? There is a massive risk. There is a massive risk, a massive stunt. Now, the Fool has been coming up in reverse a lot lately for them. And the last time it came up this regularly, the Fool in reverse, was just before the near catastrophic car chase in New York City. So I feel like there's something brewing. They are going to do something so stupid that they can't potentially further walk back from. Now, I did say they did something really stupid. They were going to do something that they wouldn't be able to walk back from in 2025 coming up. And yeah, that's happened. The fires in California and the yeah, don't talk about it. It's, you know, it's a lot. It was cold, in my opinion. Opportunistic, I would have said. That Fool in reverse, they're going to do something else that's rather stupid. The Hanged Man is in reverse. There is no self-sacrifice here. He is not prepared to sacrifice anything. There is no leeway. He's not going to try and give any leeway around his visa. I know we've just had that with the court case in the UK, but I do feel like there's more stuff there. I think legally he's got that much going on that there's going to be some types of exposures, and he's playing a very, very silly game legally. There's a level of impatience there. He hasn't learnt. He's not willing to sacrifice anything. He is stubborn, but also the Hanged Man in reverse, he is not learning. So there's a little bit of stupidity there. He's expecting everybody else to make the sacrifices for him. The Five of Wands is in reverse as well. The Five of Wands in reverse here is being a lot of to-ing and fro-ing and fighting going on. Some of it has been very performative. I wouldn't be surprised if anybody from his legal team would turn around and say what the Heritage Foundation and the stuff with the visa, it's all performative, it's all nonsense, and they're going to try and brush it off as basically just coming for Harry because they don't like Megsy or whatever, right? They're going to try and do something like that with Five of Wands in reverse there. The Ace of Swords in reverse isn't a good sign. Something's coming, guys. Legally, there is problems. There is a no. Something's not going to go his way with this visa stuff. He's not completely protected. When the Ace of Swords is in reverse like that, you can take it as a no. You can take it as mind games, cruelty using legal, what you could call it? Lawfare. That's the right word. If he starts a new case, a new legal case within the next few weeks or months, it is doomed to fail. If he does that, it is doomed to fail. Okay. What is on his mind right now? Well, it's interesting how I've been saying the Heritage Foundation a lot. The Four of Swords is in reverse. He is not thinking of holding a truce. He is ready and wanting to almost kind of like be disruptive. Now, how he's going to be disruptive with the Four of Swords in reverse, there's a link there to his ancestry. There's a link, of course, the Four of Swords in reverse can indicate a death. For me, every reader's a little bit different. But that Four of Swords in reverse, he's going to, you know what he's going to do. You know what he's going to talk about, don't you? You know how he's going to triangulate it, don't you? Yeah, he's going to go on about Mumsy. The Two of Cups is in reverse again, surrounding him. There is a separation here. There's a separation of how he sees the world and how the world actually is. And I feel like that can be true of everyone. But with how the world actually is in his situation, he doesn't compute it. He doesn't get it. He doesn't like, but with both of them, they don't understand that they are not liked. They think if they keep throwing PR and PR and PR and PR and Instagram posts at stuff and turning up in beige at events that no one wants them at, they're gonna change, and they're going to change opinion. They're going to do something, you know. But it's just not. It's really not. His concerns. King of Cups is in reverse. Now you'll know that well, let me just say this. Every reader reads tarot a little bit differently. There's lots of different systems you can read tarot with. I read it with some astrology. And the King of Cups relates to a water sign male. Water sign males are Scorpio, Pisces, and of course Cancerians. And the lovely His Royal Highness the Prince of Wales, William, is a Cancerian. But this is in the negative. So Harry seems to think that William, this is absolutely ludicrous, by the way, because completely different countries, completely different systems. We've got a lot of things in common, but there's a lot of things not in common. You know what I mean? Like, we don't have that kind of like, we have a different kind of setup. But Harry seems to think that William is influencing this somehow. How? Or William's popularity is influencing this. The other person it could be, and possibly would have more traction in this scenario. But remember, Harry thinks everything through Harry's lens, so it would probably be William. But the other one it could be would be President Biden, former President Biden. I don't know what you call an ex-president. Is it former or just president? I'm not sure. But Joe Biden is a Scorpio. So you could believe that there's something with Joe Biden there as well, and there's a concern around Joe Biden with all of this. So he's either believing that William is impacting this negatively, or there's Joe Biden has dropped the ball with something. There's something there. There's a concern there around a water sign man. Keep that in mind. Keep that really in mind. The Ace of Wands is in reverse. We may be hearing that they're going to try and get some, they're going to have irons in the fire. There's going to be something coming along. There's going to be work. There's going to be something coming that's going to help Harry. This is incorrect. There is creative projects are going to really dry up. He's going to get increasingly frustrated and increasingly angry and increasingly hostile. He is not going to wind down from this very quickly. This looks like this could be quite an eventful few months for the Harkles, emotionally wise, especially for Harry. He's definitely not happy about this case. Let's have a look. Now, if you've been around for a while as well, you'll know that when I do these oracle cards, we shall say, that there's a photo with passports that comes out quite a lot. So we'll see. I'll just have a look and see what Harry is planning to do. Is he planning to leave the USA? And then we'll have a look at how Megsy's getting on with all of this. Doo-doo. Doo-doo. Browsing history deleted. Okay. He is worried about this. There is evidence that has been deleted. He's hiding something he doesn't want people to see. So there's stuff on electronic devices with these two. There's a lot of stuff on electronic devices with these two. But there's stuff on electronic systems that he doesn't want to come in and out. He doesn't want people to see it. There is some very incriminating stuff. Okay. It's going to be messy. It's going to be really messy. We have a takeaway in reverse, and that basically means he could well be thinking of leaving. He's on the outs, guys. There is that. The vomiting Cupid is in reverse. The American dream for Harry is turned wrong. Really wrong. He's went in with rose-tinted glasses. I think for a lot of people, the American dream works really, really well. But he went there under false pretenses. He's been manipulated. He's gaslit himself. He's tried to gaslit everyone else. And he's done it all for God save the ka-ching. He's done it all for cash. There's more stuff being deleted again. There is going to be stuff around here, like there is going to be energy with Harry that there is going to delete some more, delete evidence. There is going to be a lot of false posturing, and yeah, and I'll go on about how stressed he was by it all. Let's see if he's planning on leaving the US. The cult. I wonder who he's in with. I wonder what he's in with. He is in with some shady stuff, you know. You've got the cult energy, you've got the magician. There's something there. There's something around there. He's got involved with some, I wouldn't necessarily say religion. It could be some spiritual practitioners. I've been saying this for a long time. He's really kind of like, yeah. I mean, I feel like he's been brainwashed not only by himself and by Megsy, and he's kind of he's kind of in the cult of Diana. You know, there's a very much a Diana worship. There's a group of people who very much worship Diana. So there's that. None of the stuff that is happening in these cards, in these oracle cards, is good for him. The magician is there as well. He's going to try and do some sleights of hand, do some erasing, change things around, do things, but he's not completely convinced about moving. There's stuff that is stuck within him, within America, that is keeping him there. And what I'm trying to say with this magician is they're going to try and confuse us, and they are also going to try and pull a trick on us, but people are going to see through them because we know what they are. We know what they're doing. We know it's trickery. I don't think they're going to be leaving. Too many cats. Hole in the road. Yeah, the gamer, yeah. There's too many cats cards. He's got too many little projects, daft ideas, and pipe dreams that he can't pull through on. And that's the thing. It's just like when you've got so many different ideas and you don't complete one of them, it demotivates you from all the other ideas. And that's where he's at. The bumps in the road, they're not gonna have a good 2025 ain't gonna be a good year for them. It is really not gonna be a year. 2026 ain't looking great either. And the gamer, it's like, this dude, he's on a losing battle, man. He is completely on a losing battle. I don't think he wants to necessarily leave the US. In fact, to live. In fact, I don't think that he's capable to because of this. Sorry, that was my cat Moo sneezing. Okay, let's have a look and see where Megsy is with this. Just pull 3 cards for her. Deleting again, honestly. More messages, deleting. Just delete. Oh, she's... And losing control. Okay. One more card. Okay, you want to come out. And hyper. This lady is overstimulated. She is almost like, I would say, a lot of caffeine. And Harry is on a lot of valerian. Wink, wink. So like he's very down on, like, very calmer, and she's very kind of upper, if you know what I mean. She's getting like kind of like revved up for something. She's losing control. She is deleting stuff. He's got a load of stuff that he wants to be deleted, that he doesn't want out there. He's nervous. He's also tied up with this kind of cult energy. And then you've got this King of Cups energy in reverse that is really playing with his mind. Of course, we're going back to the whole my mum is Diana, da 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 energy as well. It's a mess, guys. An absolute mess. And to answer the question, do I think he's going to get deported? No, I don't. With this, I see a loss of control. I see loss of games, but I don't see him. I don't see him being asked to leave the country. I know people don't want to hear that, but I just don't see that. The only potential out of all of these cards that he could is the Ace of Swords in reverse. And I also think that, but this might be another legal challenge that he won't win. For the next well, this can happen quickly, but by the time all of these cards have passed, so this could be the next few months, he may well have started a new legal challenge, and that legal challenge might be to do with eventual leaving the country. But right at this moment in time, I don't see it happening soon. Once we hear some news about some failed artistic or media projects, then we'll do another read on this once this all transpires, because you've got to give it a bit of time. But like he's just, yeah. They're messy, they're worried, and he's nervous about something. Anyway, I'm going to love you and leave you with that, guys. Keep an eye out. There'll be a live stream in the next few days. Thank you so much for watching my reading. I hope you've enjoyed it and got something from it. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you all really soon for some more readings. Bye, everyone. Take care.